final match will be Dwayne Roby versus Dustin Albert. Dustin, you have 2 practice balls on each lane, and you get to choose what you would like to do.
Coming down to the championship, the last game of the tournament. Dustin will have 2 shadow balls on each lane.
Once again, to get back to the state of the game, and the PBA has made a huge comeback. They're up a couple tournaments this year over the course of their season, and the money's up, the ratings are up, and hopefully that will trickle down nationwide to league bowlers and help the industry out a little bit. Kind of, in the past, they never really focused on stars. You know, since this new organization took over the PBA, you know, they focus on their stars, like football focuses on, good or bad, on Terrell Owens, and you know, it used to be Keeson Johnson, Chad Johnson, you know, quarterbacks. The bowling industry, the PBA itself, is starting to focus on their stars also, bringing them to the forefront. They're making TV shows like Sports Center and Best Damn Sports Show, period, all that stuff. Making appearances and you know, making the public aware that the PBA is hopefully here to stay.
We'll get ready for our final match, our championship match. Dustin Albert versus Dwayne Roby.
What's my highest game?
77.
Key in the names here.
I just got a 77.
Tied it.
What's a 77 plus 77?
Dustin has elected to Dwayne to start first, which is
Dustin has chose for Dwayne to start first.
is something different for the whole day.
Yeah.
Dwayne will open up the last game on lane 5. This is for all the marbles. Lofts it way out on the lane that time.
Nice shot though.
Good shot. 10-pin stands on him.
He does look a lot better than he did.
Oh yeah.
He's bowling for years. He's bowled for years and years and years. And this slight change that he's made has made a huge difference. Ah, Dwayne.
Come on. Get over there. Misses it off to the left. Bring Dustin for his first appearance.
Yep.
In the men's league. Sponsored by his grandmas.
A and B.
A and B.
I love it. That was his idea.
Yeah, that's a good choice. He throws very tight inside line across. He's another bowler, you know, we've mentioned throughout the day that's greatly improved. I've noticed a change more, I guess, in the last year or two. He's really, I think, got his head on straight. He's really focusing on a game. And I've got to admit, one of his goals is to become a member of the PBA, bowl in the U.S. Open. Has that got anything to do with the Albert name, Mr. Dale?
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, that kind of more or less shows that you shined a light in his eyes. He looks up to you.
Kind of
like we all do.
I kind of
we look down, but we look up to you.
Kind of tried to stick it in his head that, you know, years and years ago, that because he kept saying that over and over and over again, I'm like, you want to be a PBA member? I said, you got to mature. You don't have the drive. You don't have the determination. You don't have the work ethic. You've got to mature. I mean, what you just said is coming to that point.
And I think everybody knows.
He made a huge style change about a year and a half ago. where he went. If you look at the grip on his ball, you think, what in the heck is that? Well, he has trouble with the knuckle on his thumb because his thumb knuckle is huge. So he went half thumb and now cups the ball, and he gets to throw the ball straight off the corner. And now he throws with a lot more power.
Yep. There's a lot more revolutions on it. And gets a lot of good light hits.
Yep.
They fall for him.
Good job,
Dwayne thought he was going to pick that one. He gets a spare in the second.
Nice play. Get up.
Gets up there.
All right.
No light, but it fell.
Make him work.
Dustin's high game is a 268. His high series is a 688. And I know for sure while I'm sitting here that will be changing soon. Okay. Gets it out there.
That's one thing he's got to continue his arm strength. His forearm and his strength, but the way he's holding the ball now, it has to be superior. It has to be extreme. Because if he gets the ball just a little right of center of his forearm, he can't turn it over.
Picks the spare up.
That's the one. There's another thing that I've stressed to all the kids coming up. Your son, my two boys, Zachariah's kids, all of them. You've got to care about the spare game. Dustin's cousin Logan. Logan struggles with it.
Yeah. Well, Dustin, I know he went down to Springfield with us when we bowled in that no-tap down there. He had a no-tap 300 also down there. Also bowls in the King of the Hill.
You got a bunch of them.
Bowls in the King of the Hill. Right now he's sitting at the top of the points. He won the first one in September.
Yep. The King of the Hill is a nice event. I think that the change that was made was a very good change to bring a point system in. I don't know whose idea it was, but it was a good idea.
Ah, he gets one. All right. Gets a double up. Dwayne bowling into his fourth game today.
Yep. That seems to be a trend with this tournament.
Yeah.
Fourth or fifth qualifier winning.
He's up there.
Nice ball.
Made some adjustments. He's throwing the ball a little harder.
Yep.
Hitting a little tighter.
Maybe that wasn't a mistake. Maybe it was an adjustment. He made back here.
Dustin took over, I think one of your stunts.
Yeah.
Yours or Jay's. Took over high game and high series the last game on that set last night. Had a 257 high game. Had a 900 actual. And he answers Dwayne's turkey with his own double. That's a chance for his turkey. Now this is what I figured the scores would be like the majority all day in the men's. I really thought they'd be high. takes his time. There's a good ball. I think he only actually, I remembered watching him, I think it was last Saturday night, where
He struggled big time.
he really, the only shift he really struggled at. Came in with a 182 average, he really finished with a 207.
That was one of the shifts I actually watched him, and he didn't bowl that bad. He let his emotions get away from him.
Exactly.
All right.
And that happens to a lot of them. I mean, they have a bad shift, they count themselves out, you know. And you can't do that. You got a lot to talk about that, but it's hard to do. I mean, in a competition like this, you know, if you're a bowler,
All right, nice shot,
you
Mike.
always have to, you always let some emotions sneak out.
Yep.
Wayne has a 107 in the fifth, spare up.
Bowling very well. Another good shot.
Good tight
Right.
one. He strikes out, gives him 1.7 in the sixth.
A wonderful match.
It's a deep breath. Awesome.
It's amazing how this tournaments like this in this format, you'd think guys or people, once they're up there by themselves and they got a crowd behind them, that it would show, and it just doesn't.
Good ball. 5 in a row.
Come on, Dwayne, answer.
Dwayne's going to have to keep pace.
Just make good shot. Just make good shot.
He is throwing a good game.
Yes, bowling extremely well.
Tight in
Be
there.
there.
Oh,
Man.
gosh. Somebody stuck 11 pins on that
Pick it
deck
up.
that time. Wow.
They did.
Just amazing how all those pins fly around. One just stands there like, got a shield over it or something. It's amazing. Pick it up now, Dwayne. Yeah, boy.
All right.
Picks it up. 147. Wayne working in the ninth. Point. Ah, yeah. That's a powerful messenger when you can knock 2 of them over.
He didn't like that.
Just
He'd
one.
probably taken the last one before.
Exactly. Yeah, the bowling gods owed him one on that one.
You never know what can happen. Especially a power player.
Oh, yeah. don't think he touched Dale. I really don't think he's thrown too good of a ball. I mean, the year he's having, I wouldn't be surprised you don't see him there on second Sunday come March. Keeps his game going.
It seems like every year we got one or two players who are, you know, are here because they're developing, and then you see them in March.
There's going to be a couple of them that's going to skip this one and be in March. Well, it looks like Dustin's going to win this one. Best Dwayne can do is the 227, and that'd be hard to swallow. You bowl your best game of the day and get beat. Wow.
I was telling you, I was looking on the website for the PBA because there's a regional going on in Monroe today. I just missed the cut for, but there was a match between Brian Kretzer and Richie Brown from Marion at 289 to 288.
Wow. Too high for my blood. Dwayne will finish out. Nothing to be ashamed of.
No, 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 no. Pick it up, Dwayne.
Pick it up. Gives him 187.
Nice job, Dwayne.
He throws a good ball, 207. So Dustin Albert is our 2007 Hillcrest Lanes Men's Intermediate Champion. Congratulations to Dustin. Also, congratulations to all the bowlers that bowled in this tournament. It's an honor to bowl in these tournaments.
Okay, the winner of that match was Dustin
Dwayne
Albert.
just ran into a buzzsaw. I mean, nothing to be ashamed of.
Congratulations, Dustin.
And if you're going to get beat, that's a game you want to get beat at.
Intermediate champion. The Steelers, they beat the Browns.
Browns are up 21-9.
Alright, let's recap today's men's final. In our first game, Dwayne knocked off Charles Toddy 169 to 162. Then Dwayne knocked off David Worthington 178 to 176 in a close game. And then Dwayne, next victim was Tony Watts, knocked him off 193 to 157. But
and Tony, the only reason Tony wasn't in that match was spare stream.
Yeah, exactly.
In 23rd position was Ron Kinnear with Cars for You.
Because he threw the ball well enough to be in the match.
In 22nd position was Randy Hastings with
Dwayne ran into a buzzsaw, like I said, against your son.
Yeah.
255, 207, what a match.
In 21st was Jerry Lattimore with Shorty's West Side.
You did it that west side, I'm not.
In 20th place was Bob Legg with Sort Right. 19th was Derek Tillman with Allo Enterprises. 18th was Paul Sanders with Bagley Trucking and Sandbaggers Posse. 17th was Jacob Moore with Kenton Varsity Club. 16th was Bob Smith with Large's Exhaust and Barrett's Tax Service. 15th was Ray Berry with Marion Hearing Aid and Chesron. 14th was Josh Whitaker with Davis Newcomer Elevator Company. And 13th was Keith Frater with Golden Giant Buildings.
In 12th place, receiving $50 was Gene Bourne from Hardin County Federal Credit Union. In 11th place, with $55, is Bill Johnson with the International Paper. In 10th place, for $60, was Kenny Murray with Kathy Ellis. In 9th place was Roger McGrath, who received $65 with AmVets Post 20 and Price Funeral Home. In 8th place was $70 is Jim Belts with Ground Home Excavating and Scioto Village Apartments. In 7th place will receive $75 and it was Travis Grau, and his sponsors was Peyton and Presley. In 6th place, he'll receive a shirt and $80 was Brad Pearson with Radio Hospital Verizon Wireless. In 5th place, he'll receive a shirt and $85 is Charles Toddy with Fenders, Benders, and Prater Auto Sales. In 4th place, he'll receive a shirt and $100 was David Worthington with Hillcrest Lanes and Cliff Winokur Auctioneer. 3rd place will receive a shirt and $110 was Tony Watts with BTI Mechanical. In 2nd place, he'll receive a plaque, a shirt, a jacket, and $150 was Dwayne Roby. His sponsor was Four Seasons Drive-Thru. And our champion for 2007, he'll receive a shirt, a jacket, a plaque, and $300 was Dustin Albert, and his sponsors were Grandma's A and B. Okay, our Sportsman Award, which is by J&R Enterprises, goes to Harold Miller. High game by the Hardin County Bowling Association was Dustin Albert with the 257. He'll receive $25. High series by the Hardin County Bowling Association is Dustin Albert. He had a 900. He'll receive $25. And most splits converted by the Hillcrest employees was Ray Berry with 6. He'll receive $25. If the first 5 players will stay out for your pictures, and also the sponsors for the first champion for pictures with the trophy. Thank you.
KentonTV.com, and I was talking to him just before the men got started, and he's had a lot of success with that, a lot of hits, a lot of people watching the show. It only involves the final match, that's the only one he puts on, but he ought to get a lot of hits on this one.
Exactly. Oh yeah, exactly.
It's a good match.
Well, like I said, I want to congratulate Nikki Manns being our women's intermediate champion earlier today, winning, and also congratulations to Dustin Albert showing a good round of bowling here. 255 over Dwayne's 207.
Hopefully you and I will be together in March. Well, I hope not. I hope you're actually bowling and you're in the finals. How about that?
Exactly. I don't know. Maybe belly slide might be in my future. I don't know. I want to thank you, Dale, for sitting down with me. It's been an honor sitting down with you anytime. So I want to congratulate everyone participating in today's tournament, and we'll catch you down the road.
All right.